Happy New Year. Welcome to our first ever Watch Night service here at Unity of Houston. As you know, New Year's Eve, you may not know if you're tuning into us, if you're kind of new to our community, New Year's Eve at Unity of Houston is a fantastic and fabulous event. Our Burning Bowl ceremony is one of the highlights of our year. Hundreds and hundreds of people come, even people who don't attend church here, come to release the old year and embrace the new. It's just powerful, and we are all so disappointed that we are not able to hold our annual Burning Bowl ceremony tonight on this last night of this very strange year. But I want you to know that we have not canceled Burning Bowl. The ministers, the whole team at Unity of Houston, we got together and we talked about, is there a way that we could have people do it at home? And we thought there may be liability issues. We don't want to set fires. But what we decided to do, it's such an important part of our church life that we are going to just postpone it. Just a few weeks until we're able to gather safely. We're thinking of some ways that we may be able to do it outside. And so just stay tuned. We are going to have a Burning Bowl ceremony. I know some of the magic will be different because we're not doing it on New Year's Eve, but it is powerful. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Instead, we are doing Watch Night. And it is it's an ancient tradition, actually, in the Christian church. Many of the European countries have practiced it, but in this country particularly, it has power because on New Year's Eve of 1863, African-American people watched for the night because on the stroke of midnight, the Emancipation Proclamation became the law of the United States of America, and slavery was no longer the reality for so many. We are honored tonight to be having our own Reverend Sheila Gautreaux leading our service with her song and message a little later. But we are taking the metaphysics of ringing out the old and ringing in our freedom in a new year. I'm so glad that you've joined us. Pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour your love in me, pour your love into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, shine your light in me, shine your light into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, sing your song in me, sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, sing your song in me, sing your song into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, dance and smile in me, dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, dance and smile in me, dance and smile into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit, pour yourself in me, pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Oh, wonderful Spirit.
And so let us now bring ourselves into a quiet space, into the gap between the closing year and the start of a new one. We bring with us the gift of the metaphor of a child born in a manger, winter solstice. It heralds such promise, such love, such joy. And we step across this small step, this threshold into a new year, whose metaphor often is a newborn child as the year progresses. The freshness of a new life. This is our opportunity to embrace what may be, what it is that we bring with us from the past, what we've learned this year, who we've become, and where we are headed. We do this together in understanding and in love. And we draw upon the strength, the power, the life, the love, the beauty, the joy, the full experience of creation all around us, surrounding us, and within us. And so it is. Amen. At this time, our meditation this evening will be led by our ministerial intern. Her name is Sonja Mathis, and she has been with us for several weeks. She lives actually in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, but she has been a presence on all of our Zoom meetings and learning from what it is that Unity of Houston can teach her and expand her preparation to become a minister. And this evening, we've invited her to lead us in meditation. I know you'll love being enchanted by Sonja Mathis.
I invite you to get comfortable in your seats. Close your eyes to tune out all outer distractions. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground to represent your understanding. Your hands in an upright and receptive position, or whatever's comfortable to you. There's no right or wrong. All we have to do is be. So let's focus on our breath. Our deep, intentional breath as we breathing in the breath of God. And release, exhale, releasing all that's no longer needed or wanted in our Christ experience. As you continue that pattern, knowing that you're breathing in the breath of God and releasing all that's no longer who or whose you are, I will begin our meditation. The song that we're focused on tonight is There Is a Balm in Gilead, which was written as an answer to Jeremiah 8, when the prophet Jeremiah was warned by God of what Babylon would do to Judah. Jeremiah was so upset, he lamented, he cried out, "Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician?" To speak of the woundedness that he so badly wanted to heal, not only in himself, but in his people. And this beautiful Negro spiritual was written in response to that, to say, yes, there is a balm in Gilead. Gilead represents mountains, and metaphysically that always represents a high consciousness, because mountains are elevated. And so in this high consciousness, that's where we connect and commune with our higher self, our higher thought. But what's so special about the Gilead Mountains is the spirit discerns and witnesses the actions of the mind and the body in this space, and it makes adjustments. so that it can be in harmony and in balance with this elevated state, because that which you can't function within, you can't stay with. So that's what's so special about this place. So it's transformative. The next verse of the song says that it's a place that makes the wounded whole. This wholeness comes from that transforming power. I am sure the slaves on December 31st, 1862, the idea of freedom and all that they had come through, the challenges, the tragedies, the obstacles, to not be labeled and assigned these things as their fate in life, but to stay faithful and hopeful and be ready, willing, and able to move into a different energy that spoke beyond their reality, spoke beyond the appearances. Not that we would take our situation, make it anything like theirs, but what we can take from their situation is the example of how they stood as transformative figures, ready, willing, and able, despite their appearances, to move into a new understanding, fearlessly. 2020 has represented so much of that for us: the fear, the finances, the health issues, the social issues, the instability of mind, body, and spirit that has encapsulated so much of us, so much of our mind. And we stand here on the precipice on December 31st, looking for a new understanding, a new awareness. In spite of the realities, in spite of the appearances, the illusions of so many things that we see, we stand ready and on guard, vigilant and aware for a new life, a new way of being, a new way of thinking. And this is what the balm of Gilead says. This understanding, this raised consciousness that adjusts our thinking and mind and body, prepares us to be transformed so that we can move into this energy in a wonderful and special way. The next verse says, there is a balm in Gilead that heals the sin-sick soul. We don't ascribe to the idea of sin and new thought or unity, but we know that sin is missing the mark, having an errant thought. So that is the sickness of mind when we do not understand who and whose we are. And the soul is man's consciousness. And so when we allow that errant thinking to be erased, allow that consciousness to be filled with the beauty that is and of God, we know that we have moved into a special place. So when Jeremiah asks, is there a balm in Gilead? We say, yes, there is a balm in Gilead. And that balm is for us. And that balm is for our use. And so we grab it. We make use of it in mind, body, and spirit. We share it with each other on this night and every night. And we know this is our place to be. Let's take a breath and release. We give thanks. And in the name and the nature of all that's good, perfect, holy, and well, we say there is a balm in Gilead. We are the balm in Gilead. Amen, amen, and amen.
Thank you, Sanja. We trust that you're connecting with us from where you are. We've been so blessed by your meditation tonight. We want to support you in 2021 in keeping God consciousness in all areas of your life. And so we have a wonderful array of spiritual classes for you. Check out our website. Go to unityhouston.org. Look under spiritual teaching. You'll find one tab for classes that'll lead you to all our classes coming up, as well as a tab for SEE in the Field Week, which is the last week of January. All of our ministers here are going to be teaching classes, as well as we have 2 wonderful guest faculty. We invite you to check that out. Sign up today if you can, so you have a plan in mind for keeping your spiritual life healthy coming up in the new year. We also want to let you know that tonight is your last chance for 2020 donations to Unity of Houston, so thank you. for keeping us in mind and giving to our ministry. And we will all now give of our offerings to our ministry together in prayer. Thank you for giving through our website or through our text to give number that is on your screen.
I invite you to
Giving, we know that it is truly a blessing.